What's going on, Taurus? I hope you are all doing well. Welcome to your April 2024 energetic look for Taurus placements. This is your prominent Taurus placements. I'll be doing a love reading and a career finance reading on the second half. I will put some timestamps so y'all can skip around as needed. Also, this is going to be for the general collective. Take what resonates, leave the rest for those who need it. If it does not resonate with you, please don't try and force it into your world. Cross watchers, of course, are welcome. Feel free to switch the energy around as needed. Let's get started here in just a second. If you are interested in a personal reading, that information is in the description box of this video, as well as my other platforms. If you would like to follow me on any other platform, you have a chance to catch me live to get a heavily discounted rate on one of my live stream readings. Be sure to tune in, and if you hit that subscribe button here, that little notification bell will let you know when I go live here on YouTube, as well as posting all kinds of videos when I'm energetically called to do so. Without further ado, we will get started here in just a second. I appreciate all of your beautiful energetic currency. Go ahead and tap that like button, that subscribe button if you like the vibe. And let's get started. We're going to do the love reading first. What's coming up? I think it was 1, 2, 3 when I said that. 1, 2, 3, right when I looked at the clock. What's coming up? What's coming up for Taurus? Taurus in love. All right. What's coming up for Taurus? Person A, person B. All right. King of Cups is very loving. 10 of Pentacles. There you go, Taurus. 7 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. 5 of Wands. And the Empress, reversed. Tell me about person B. Tell me about person B. I like when they do that. Okay. Page of Wands. I don't like when they do this. And Page of Swords. Somebody over here might be a little bit younger or immature. We've got the World card that kind of just sideways. There is Taurus energy in the World card. Queen of Swords. The Hanged Man, I believe, was in here reversed and it flipped over into the upright. Seven of Pentacles. With the 7 of Cups over here, 7 of Pentacles, this person might be confused what your plans are, what the plans are for this person over here. This person has a very confident stance on how they believe the structure should go, the family should go, the income should be handled, right? This person has a very firm grip on what they think works, right? But I have a strong suspicion that since this person over here, I'm going to get a few more cards, appears as if, wait, 2 fours. I'll get a few more cards to run down the middle to see what the energy is between the both of you. But this person over here feels like they're kind of not getting it. There's a will to learn. Okay, there's a will to learn, but there's some sort of a blockage. There's like a mental blockage, and I have a feeling it has to do with your communication with the Empress here in the reverse. It feels like this is a communication issue. Somebody here could be being misrepresented with the 5 of Wands, like an inability to say what you're meaning in a very tactful way. Okay, with the Empress in reverse, this is somebody who's kind of... this person, when it's in the upright, it's a very nurturing, kind. This is the Mother card, right? When it's in the reverse, this is somebody who's a little less, I just want to say less tactful. Somebody who maybe comes across a little abrasive and assertive, and maybe doesn't have the most patience with their delivery. Okay. With the Empress card coming out, I'm just getting like a lack of patience with the 5 of Wands sitting right next to it. It feels like a a battle ensues with the delivery. The way the delivery is happening, it is conflicting. Okay, what's the energy between both? What's the energy between both of these people? With the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords, this person over here could be a little bit immature. They could be somebody who is just on a different level altogether as far as how they handle things and how they communicate. With both of the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords, these are strong communication cards about how you speak and the manner into which it is delivered and how it is understood, right? Because these are thoughts. These are thinking. It's thinking and clearly speaking. What's the energy between both? Three of Wands. It's trying to... Nope, didn't want it. Okay. The Justice. Trying to get balanced. Major life lessons here. The Moon card. There's the confusion. With a Truth card. And the Knight of Swords. Another communicator. This person on this side is really stuck. They don't know how to receive what it is you're saying. They have a want to learn, though. The Seven of Pentacles is them maybe getting it or putting in their best effort based on what is said. Okay, there's just kind of this, the way in which the news is delivered. It's almost as if, okay, with the Knight of Swords sitting out here after the Five of Wands and the Empress, this person, I almost get this person over here going, you know what, fine, whatever, and almost going to get things done and a kind of an assertive, like aggressive way, just like, you know, kind of throwing a fit and saying, fine, let me just, you know, I almost get that, fine, let me just go do this because I have a Knight, a Queen, and a Page of Swords, right? There's no King of Swords. This is not done with, you know, your head over your heart, thinking logically. This is somebody saying, I want to understand what you're saying, but I am not quite understanding your delivery, or maybe I'm not getting what you're saying because I haven't learned that yet. Okay, somebody hasn't learned that yet, and this person over here is not maybe the best teacher. They're trying to remain calm and stable. The King of Cups sits very there's a lot of stability in emotional turmoil. Okay, with the emotional turmoil going on all around the king, they're just trying to remain balanced, and they're trying to say, you know, look, I got proof this works. I know this works. I've heard this before. I've learned this over time, right? Or this is something that has been built up over time, and this is a conversation on how to not only protect it, but to, you know, continue to build it up, right? The stability, the security, the foundation. This could be your how you conduct your home life. With the World card sideways, this could be past teachings for this person and how they communicate and the inability to kind of understand you clearly. You're confused on how to be received well here. Very confused, this person over here, on how to be received well. All right, the bottom of the deck, we've got, okay, a third page. Queen of Wands and the Lovers with the Tower and Seven of Swords. Is that a third? Yes, a third seven, a third page. 3 pages, 3 sevens. The Fool card and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so that's more grounded. 3 of Wands, Emperor, Ace of Pentacles. It happens. It happens over time. The communication softens a little bit, and there's a focus of there's a strong will to be able to be received well, right? There's definitely the want, like you guys really, really want to be received well in a loving way. You don't really want to be the type of energy that makes somebody feel chaotic or as if they cannot produce the results that you're wanting. You want them to be able to receive the message well, right? For you both to be a very good team, not in an energy of chaos. There's a couple of different options here. So this person here is trying to figure out how to deliver the message, but with the play out, right? With 3 of Wands, Emperor to the Ace of Pentacles, it happens over time. It takes time for this person to receive what it is that you're saying. It's almost like over time, the the both of you kind of have faith that this is a good merging, this is a successful partnership, and ultimately it ends up settling into something very, very grounded over time. It's like you both finally pick up how you speak to one another. Yeah, with the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, it finally starts to balance out over time, especially with the Justice card sitting out here, because there's a want to do it. But this is just... this is a little moment, and I have a feeling it has to do because of the Five of Wands and the Empress in the reverse as to why there's this dust up. But over time, right down the road, it tends to loosen up. Let me get some clarifiers before I get too much further. Okay, we're going to clarify. Okay, we're going to clarify a few cards, not all of them. I want to clarify the Seven of Cups, the Three of Cups, Five of Wands, and the Empress. We will clarify over here the World in the sideways position, the Hanged Man, and the Seven of Pentacles. And in the middle, we will clarify, of course, the Moon and the Knight of Swords. I'm just curious about that for the sake of the tea. To see what is going on here. Okay, Six of Wands at the bottom. That's helpful. The Hanged Man. Looking at things from a different perspective, right? This person over here is trying to let go of, like, basically the old way that they've been taught, like how a relationship should go, or maybe their viewpoint in a relationship. This person over here has a very solid plan. They like have seen the success in a relationship, but the delivery is not being received. Okay. It's cute that there's a tiny little fit at the end, but it ends up leveling out. I don't see anything bad. I just, of course, the drama of the Five of Wands, and if it doesn't get handled correctly, it could end up in the Tower. It's like chaotic energy. Okay. Six of Swords. Nice. Okay, Spirit. There we go. Tell me, please, about this Seven of Cups. Tell me about the Seven of Cups, please. Eight of Pentacles. How do I get you on the same page, right? There's the assertive aggressive. This then is probably mirroring. This is probably mirroring one another by the time all is said and done towards the end of this, but there's a progression out of that. So there's a direct approach with this delivery, and all you're doing, right? I don't want to say you, this person on this side is delivering the message in such a way that is not clear, but you feel, right, as if you couldn't be more clear. You're very focused and determined to get past this confusion, almost to a point of maybe harping on it a little bit, which is probably causing the resistance on this side. Just let's do this. Let's look into this. Let's go here. Let's talk to this counselor. Let's talk to this counselor. And in this energy over here with the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords, this might not be the best delivery with this type of energy. If this person over here is not emotionally mature enough to hear you on a level of being receptive to your message, there is a natural resistance. There's a natural resistance. Yes, they understand what you're saying, but there is the resistance because, I don't like the way you're saying it. And I know things too, right? It's kind of this resistance and this pushback. And this person on this side cannot understand that to save their life. They're just like, why are you resisting? And it comes across a little bit assertive and a little bit aggressive, almost to a know-it-all type of stance on this side over here, because the Eight of Pentacles is really high standards. And in the delivery here, you might be confusing your person with that Seven of Cups by coming across a certain way. And I don't want to say, it's just, I've heard that being discerning is like a synonym for snobby. So this person over here might have a delivery that this person naturally rejects. Okay. It's just a natural rejection. If this person has heard, a quip and a cut and been picked on or whatever, there's a natural resistance here. It's just like, whoa. You will watch how you speak to me. is this Queen of Swords energy. And I don't know who the fixed sign is here. There could be a couple of fixed signs because this is also Aquarius energy. But there is, and then this is all the fixed signs over here. So you could be a pair of fixed signs. There could be a Taurus, and then there could be another Taurus, a Leo, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, right? That you're also dealing with. And it's difficult. It's difficult to deliver the message in a way that can be received, and then changing someone's mind around to be able to see your point of view. Right. And if you deliver it in such a way, they could feel victimized. They could feel completely hurt by that with that hanged man. And it's just this, whoa, you will watch how you speak to me. Right. And I see a pair of queens over here, and I can't help but think, because I'm such an Alice in Wonderland fan, off with their almost energy, you will watch your tone. Right. That's funny. Thank you, Spirit. That's okay. Tell me about what were we going to look at? Let's look at the Three of Cups. Three of Cups. Six of Cups. So there's love. There's a gentle delivery. And here comes Taurus. And there you are, Taurus, the Hierophant, right? I know things. I've learned things. This is knowledge sharing. Okay, your knowledge sharing. And with the Six of Cups out here, here's another take on this. You have to be careful that you don't come across condescending, because if you deliver in such a way, there is also a natural rejection for somebody to, if you word it in such a way for someone to think. It just depends on who you're dealing with. And I'm telling you, with the pair of pages coming out immediately, this might be someone who hasn't quite evolved yet to that cognitive thinking of, okay, well, they mean well, and they're coming from a place of experience. And I love this person and want to listen to them because I know and trust that they love and will listen to me, right? That mirroring. And instead of mirroring love, you're mirroring assertion. But with the Hierophant and the Six of Cups is children, right? So there might be this energy of somebody saying, you don't need to speak down to me. Okay. So this might be why they're saying, like, it's a little bit condescending. Okay. That's a possibility for that. Okay. Tell me about, because the Three of Cups is a very friendly energy, right? It's a very friendly, well-received, kind of socially acceptable type of energy. So is the Hierophant. And with the Six of Cups out here, if you're dealing with somebody who is emotionally immature, they will give you an emotionally immature response. Okay. Tell me about the Five of Wands. Five of Wands. Thank you. The Lovers sideways. Yeah. Four of Pentacles. Lots of boundaries being crossed here. Lots and lots and lots. There's a want for everybody to kind of hold back a little bit, because you guys, like, there's crosswords happening here with the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands is not the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is like an all-out battle. This is an argument. This is raised voices. This is biting words being said for the intent to hurt, right? That's that Five of Swords energy. This is just the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is an inability to get to the same page. This is disagreements, right? This is strong conversations where tones change and voices harden, right? You're starting to say, you know what? This is that energy saying, I don't like your tone. I don't understand why you're speaking to me this way, right? So you're starting to possibly mirror and say, I'm not coming at you in an unjust place. I'm trying to preserve what I'm trying to discuss with you. Sorry for the noise. So this is somebody who's holding firm, just holding firm. Everybody's kind of like standing up for themselves. They're holding their own boundaries and saying, you know what, I'm not going to be spoken to like this, and saying, you know what, I need you to listen to what I'm saying. So, yikes. Okay, been there. Been there. Tell me about the Empress reverse. Tell me about the Empress reverse, please. Thank you. Tower. Woo. Here we go. Quickly moving. Page of Pentacles. Okay, somebody over here might be getting you out of character a little bit. Maybe you're delivering back this little, oh, excuse you type of, might be dropping our maturity levels to mirror a little bit. Trying to stay really, really constant in this energy. You're kind of losing the battle here with the Empress and the Tower out here. This person's plan, their message, the will to build, the will to solidify and stabilize the connection is severely muffled. It's very muffled by all of this chaos, all of this going back and forth with one another. And the Empress reverse is a pretty condescending type of energy there. Okay. Yikes. Tell me about the World card over here. Tell me about the World sideways. Tell me about the World card sideways. Six of Pentacles sideways and the Hanged Man. So, yeah. They're feeling extremely inadequate, but they're trying to remain balanced, but they're pretty victimized. They're victimized by this behavior. This is somebody who's really getting their feelings hurt a lot. Tell me about the Hanged Man over here. And the World card is being clarified by the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is being clarified by the World card. Oh my gosh. Holy synchronicity, Batman. That's my favorite. I love when they do that. I think this is why they do that. Okay. I find great joy in the synchronicities and the message, the duplications, the triplications. When all four cards come out, sometimes all five, I really geek out. I'm just like, ah. It has nothing to do with the reading, I promise you. 5 of Wands. Duplications. Again, duplications. Yep. So somebody here is trying to have achievement and accomplishment, but of course, it's just duplications here. We're going to get some advice here in just a second. We'll get some advice, and then I will run some oracle to close out the love reading. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles, please. Bless your soul. Queen of Cups reversed. Very insecure. Super sensitive. Super, super sensitive. And this is it's giving the energy of somebody feeling very, very victimized. With the Hanged Man out here twice, somebody here is having a major pity party. They're really playing on your emotions a lot. And this could be emotional manipulation. With the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups in reverse, it feels a little bit like somebody is trying to make advances towards moving forward. But the Queen of Cups in reverse is placating that they are insecure. You're triggering insecurities here. You're making them feel they're very fragile, right? This is somebody who's very emotionally hurt. This is somebody who is just really deep in their feelings and incapable of seeing what the plans are. This might be a refusal to do this and a want to just kind of make an offer to see if we could just keep things as they are. Just keep things as they are to soothe this person. This Knight of Cups is a very, it's like negotiating, right? This is sending messages. It's like, come on, please, through this energy of insecurity. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how this is going to happen. Feels like somebody here is trying to play on emotions a lot. Okay. And again, with the Emperor and the Ace of Cups. Back here, we had the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords to the Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Cricanelli. Cricanelli, Cricanelli, Cricanelli. Do you love it? I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. Y'all saw how much I shuffle too. I love the authenticity of how they do this. It is fantastic. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is a pair. This is a really fantastic pair, Earth and Water. Earth and Water, fire and air really complement one another in those energies. So this feels very solid and grounded. And again, the runoff, after you guys calm down, after everybody gets out of their emotions, it is a matter of just communicating, okay, and really clearly speaking to one another and saying, look, my language is this, or I learn in this way, or when I listen to you, it makes me feel, X, Y, and Z, versus saying you, right? Using I statements instead of the you stuff, right? That's really going to help a lot of things. I want to come back through here because I freaking love all of this. Let me clarify the moon. I want to look at that. We have Emperor, Ace of Cups. Yes. Six of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. Okay, cute. Tell me about the moon card. Uh-oh. Tell me about the moon card. I don't like when they flip around. Makes my OCD. There. Darn Virgo placements. I love them. Okay. They keep me tidy. Tell me about the moon. Page of Cups. And the Ten of Cups. Softening the heart, softening the love, softening the message. Softening the message is going to help tremendously. All 4 pages are out, but they are 2 different decks. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. The Moon. And the Ace of Cups. It's under the guise of, fine, let's just do this. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. But it's not through the energy of love. It's through an energy of aggression and assertion, by still being confused, still being hurt and upset. Still being very, very confused, but just drudging ahead no matter what. So 9 of Wands to the Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. Everybody stayed together. Look, getting clarity, speaking truths to be more in control of the confusion. There is this ability for you guys to kind of still push forward. I know you guys may have hurt each other. There's this pain. There's this hurt. There's this inability to kind of, come down off of what you know and what you believe, but together this is a really solid pairing with the both of you. It's just the confusion of how to communicate more clearly. And look, I'm telling you, with I statements and taking control over the direction of the conversation, it's the lessons, right? Learning how to speak to each other, how each other is going to receive the other person. It's just a matter of clearly sitting down and removing. I would do this, remove the subject matter and just go all the way back to base, right? How do you learn? What was the easiest way back in school, right? So I was somebody who repetition was the key. If repetition. As long as you're sitting there repeating it to me, then it would lock it in. And then 9 times out of 10, it's locked in for life. So that's me. You're going to have to repeat yourself. And if somebody gets tired of repeating themselves, it's going to be a battle, right? And if somebody's like, oh, I got to say this again, right? And so they're getting all irritated and pissed off. And if the person who just needs that hears you getting upset, then they get naturally emotionally, you know, protective over themselves. And they're saying, look, this is how I learn. This is what I know. I'm trying to adjust. I want to understand where you're coming from, but you got to be gentle with me while I'm relearning. I'm deprogramming and reprogramming. And there's another person who might just be, you know, look, I know this works. And, you know, yeah, the proof is in the pudding, right? You kind of have this, and getting frustrated at somebody not understanding you is not the other person's fault. It's not the other person's fault. It's the delivery. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. I have learned this over time. It's the delivery of the message, because every single person is different. And unless you're in a family union where you have grown up together your entire lives, they took time to learn how each other speaks. They learned each other over time. Okay. So this feels like it's not like some short flash in the pan, because we've got kings and queens and, you know, major arcana out here. But if you guys are a new couple learning how to communicate, or maybe if you've done it for so long and you just kind of settled into this course of doing things, you know, maybe this person was, you know, doing things to ignore how you spoke to them. And there's certain things that, you know, make you both just go to the mat every time. You know, the way this one subject matter maybe makes you guys just, you know, never quite see eye to eye. It's as simple as taking it back down to base. You know, well, how did you learn, and what did you best receive, and what irritates you to no end? You know what I mean? Well, I think that I learned by, you know, this, or somebody else saying, you know, all you got to do is tell me once. You just have to tell me in a loving way so that I receive it well, right? Some people just come in and say, look, I need this, this, and this done. And if you're the type of person who is more emotional, then you would be like, you can come back in and use all your manners. Please, thank you. Do you have time for, you know, instead of just coming in and barking orders at me? But if you're in a team and you're going, you know, you got kids, house, family, all that stuff, sometimes that stuff escapes you. But it's important to be very loving and kind and compassionate to your partner, because you guys are in it together. You're in it together. You guys are a team. It's just a matter of learning your team. Okay. This has happened in workplaces too, where I've gone and it's just a matter of, hey, I got to learn how you talk. I got to learn, you know, what to say and what not to say. You know, not everybody's humor is the same. Not everybody's love language is the same, but it complements one another. And it's just a matter of having those conversations to figure out what that is. And I see success. It's not like you guys aren't capable. It just things get out of hand. And that's, you know, especially if y'all are a pair of fixed signs. It's been there, done that. I'm an Aquarius rising, and I've always been with either Taurus, or somebody has some sort of something fixed in their sign. Something. Trying to think. My mother's an Aquarius. I think my father has Taurus somewhere in his top 3. I think so. Yeah, that was a fun. We were. No, I said my way. No, no. But you don't understand. Okay. Woo. All right. Let's do. We'll do beach time soul. Doesn't feel serious. Doesn't feel like horrible. Yeah. I keep staring at the untold truths. I don't know why. I think it has to do with the reasoning because of the conversation, like the miscommunication. Like if you only like would know, it's almost like you just want to like open up somebody's brain and just instantly like pour their knowledge into your head, right? But there's just that inability to figure out how to get that to cross over. That makes me want to look at the untold truths. And y'all bear with me. Mercury retrograde kicks my butt every time. So just bear with me. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it is. All right. What else does Taurus need to know? Taurus in love. Taurus in love. What else? Taurus in love. It was 3444 right when I looked up. Okay, separation, wedding rings, love call. Camera, the snake. Learning from the past. Cupid's arrow in reverse. Okay, Grim Reaper at the bottom. Passion. Okay. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So you guys are needing to get to the bottom of things. You probably aren't talking. You're probably not communicating well. So you're just not speaking to each other at all. So the separation actually does well by you. I'm so sorry. So the separation actually does well by you. This is you guys figuring it out in this energy, right? If you're pulling away from each other, you're just like, God, if we can't even talk to each other, what do we have? What's going on? We've got wedding rings and love call out here. So wedding rings, of course, if you're not in a marriage, you're in a marriage-like commitment, or you have discussed forever, okay? Or you have that type of capacity to become this solid one day, right? You just know it and you feel it. Thus the glue, keeping you both fighting for the same cause, right? It's wedding rings coming out. You guys feel like there's this strong connection. There's this deep union between the both of you. I have a love call. This is a nice, tender, gentle way of expressing the want to have conversations. And I feel like Spirit is saying that this would benefit both of you to kind of pull yourselves into an emotional state. Okay. Most of the time I tell people to pull your emotions out of it when you're thinking and talking. But I have a feeling that things have not been emotional enough, right? There is the emotional maturity over here, but it's kind of like protecting themselves. And then the inability to receive what's being said. And I think if you are more soft and more loving and more kind and more gentle with your person, that it will be received well, right? Expressing love, thinking of you and letting you know, right? Telling this person, I'm really interested in having a gentle conversation with you, a kind conversation, a peaceful conversation. I want to work on things. It can be something as simple as, I miss and love you and I want to talk. I want to talk about this. I want to talk things through on a level where we can be heard and understood, like making it clear to your person, right? It's not going to be more of the same. I genuinely want things to be different. That's loving. That's kindness. That's compassionate. That's in the energy of everlasting love, right? That's that energy. We have camera talking about, learning from the past, right? There's this, I've noticed a pattern. I've seen the way things have gone. This is a new perception that you're looking at things from how it was done before. And you're kind of looking back on maybe things that were said. Your person could be looking back on things that were said and saying, look, I have a few ideas based on how I have some memories, right? I have memories of how it's gone. I have some ideas. We've got Cupid's arrow in the reverse. So Cupid's arrow is about a hesitation. So I know that you're both really anxious to want to get this going in the right direction, but there is an indication with this also in the reverse about feeling a little bit hopeless. It's a little bit hopeless because when it's in the upright, that's about having faith and knowing that love is going to be coming in. When it's in the reverse, you're just kind of, don't manifest that it's going to be a difficult conversation. Have hope and evoke that energy of kindness, of love, of support, of want to work. Okay. We've got the snake coming out here. So you absolutely could create a toxic situation by thinking and focusing on it. Don't come into this as, this is my enemy and I have to battle them. This is not your enemy. You guys are not in competition with each other. This is about removing the need to be assertive and malicious with your words. Remove all of this. Come at your person in an energy of kindness, of passion, of love, of deep devotion. This is fun too. This is more fun energy, right? Remove the rigidity from the conversation. Be more kind, more lighthearted. We've got the Grim Reaper, ending the old ways of doing things to try something new, right? If you come back into this and repeat patterns, you're going to get the same results. This is about doing something completely different, because learning, okay, look, I know the way I've said things, maybe I'm just a little bit in my head. Maybe this is what I know because this is how you were raised, you were taught, you've done research. Some of you have been to counseling many times. Some of you have seen spiritualists. Some of you have seen life coaches. Some of you have seen, spiritual mentors. You got it, right? Some of you are buying tarot readings. Some of you are out in the community, studying on this stuff. And you're like, look, if you would just listen to me, and the person maybe just doesn't get it, or they're not hearing you correctly, or maybe your method of delivery is off, right? But this is about saying, look, maybe my method was off, and I would be willing to look at things from a different angle. Let's not do the things we did before, and let's move on to a more loving energy. We've got kisses, healing heart. I mean, that's beautiful. That's very loving, affectionate, kind. It's giving and receiving, right? You're opening the door. Whenever you reach out to your person, very kind, supportive, loving energy, it opens the door for them to mirror that back. When you come at them with assertion and power and aggression, they're going to mirror that back, right? You get what you give. You get what you give. It's a more healing energy with healing heart. This is about being very loving, right? Freedom from the toxicity, from the rigidity. Healing, 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 healing. That's our number one job. Healing. Okay. Real quick, we're going to go one time through the untold because we're creeping into 40. And then we'll jump into career and finance to close the reading. One more. Anything else? Any more, look, clarity right at the bottom. Any more clarity for my Taurus, my beautiful Taurus placements? Anything else? Longing, infatuation, receptive. You're both longing for this. You guys are aching to be heard, to be understood. There's deep love between the both of you. This is complete and total adoration. You guys want to be received by the other person so badly. This is why it's not coming across in the best way. That's what you guys need to hope for. That's what you guys need to hang on to. There's hoping coming out. And I know you're apprehensive because you've been rejected. You've been told, no, I don't understand you. No, I think that's dumb. No, I don't believe you. No, blah, 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 blah. Right? But get back to the beginning, get back to base and how you both felt when you first came together, and go with that loving energy and say, look, I really want to be understood, and then try to see if you can have a conversation. If you can have a conversation with your person to say, look, how do you perceive what I say, how I say it, and then how do you prefer it to be, and see if you can't start to make the adjustments, and they will mirror this back to you, right? Well, okay, while we're on the subject, I feel, and then make I statements. Ask them to explain themselves to you from their point of view, and then explain yourself to them from your point of view. Remove the finger pointing, remove the you statements, bring it back to self. And I think you're going to get a lot further having those conversations. It's a lot more receptive to hear somebody ask you about you. People love to talk about them. People love to talk about them. What people don't like to hear about is themselves from other people, unless it's in a certain way. You know what I mean? Makes sense. Okay, let's look career finance. I'm going to get the unofficial Shitty Tarot because I love this show. This is the Schitt's Creek deck. It's a rag to riches story. I love it. It's so funny. It's such a clever show. If you've ever seen it, the cards are perfect. The scenes they picked perfectly represent the card. It's very clever. So we're going to look at career finance for Taurus placements. And these are Taurus placements anywhere in your chart, right? And don't forget to look at your other charts as well to catch a total picture of what could be coming up in April. That's a big depiction, right? So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Saturn, because I touch on work and career and finance. So all your prominent placements. Check out all your readings. You can piece together a pretty good story of what's coming up in April. All right, what does Taurus need to know for career and finance? What does Taurus need to know for career? 6 of Wands. Just did not want to go back in the deck, so I will take it. What else does Taurus need to know? Seven of Cups again. You had that in your last spread. Ten of Swords. Oof. Five of Wands. Eight of Wands. Coming around the mountain. Uh-oh. Magician sideways. One time through this deck. Four of Wands. That's better. I don't like the Magician sideways. Don't get manipulative when trying to come out of a sticky situation. We've got Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords. It's almost like somebody here is trying to avert some sort of demise. And there could be competition around. So there's some really quick thinking, like some quick thinking, some conversations, some emails, some messages, maybe a little bit of information being sought out to try to manifest some sort of successful outcome here, to have your victorious, harmonious outcome. We've got the Two of Wands, the High Priestess, Two of Wands, High Priestess, the Page, the Moon, the Four of Swords. Okay, Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, Death, Hermit, Tower, King of Pentacles, Five of Swords, crikey. Oh my God. So, okay. You're either trying to come up in the world in, some of you could be trying to have a social platform. You could be trying to, gain some notoriety in a very public way with the Six of Wands. This is a lot of victory, success, accomplishment, and it's very public. It's very, very public. This is either a lot of people at a company know who you are, know your situation, or there's a lot of eyes on the position that you're going to have. For some of you, this is starting a social media platform and having people watch you, like right here, like this, other social media platforms. If you're going to do a Twitch, if something like that, for some of you, whatever you're going to do online, whatever you like to do, cooking, gaming, talking, joking, fashion, beauty, anything, right? But this is you kind of having that idea. For some of you, this is just the want for success and fame. Okay, some of you just want it. You don't know what it's going to look like, but you kind of are leaning towards that with the Six of Wands coming out. Now, the methods coming out after, I don't know about any of this. I feel like with the Seven of Cups, there's a lot of confusion because it feels like you may have a lot of competition in every single place you look, because you're just like, no, not that. No, not that. No, that's already being done. This is already happening. This is this. This is this. This is this, right? It seems like, everywhere you look and everything you try, it seems to be a bit of a dead end because it's already being done, or there's already such a heavy saturation in that industry, or maybe a brilliant idea you had was already invented and it isn't going very well, so it's not even worth it, something like that. This could be also that, there's a lot of competition for a certain position. If some of you are trying to be promoted or try to go after a certain job, there's a lot of people that want it. And so you have to stand out in a certain way, right? This is you trying to think about how to stand out. With the Eight of Wands, this is some very fast decisions. It's like quick decision making. And I almost feel like it's kind of underhanded. With the Magician coming out, it's borderline, right? You're just kind of like, is this ethical? It's kind of teetering on not ethical, right? When the Magician is in the upright, this individual is capable, resourceful. They have a lot of willpower, a lot of strength. They're smart. They think ahead. They're very creative. But when they're reversed, this person is tricky, underhanded, manipulative. Okay, so there's some questionable things happening whenever we've got the Magician sideways. Now, you could be dealing with somebody. You could have noticed how somebody around you is pulling this off in your energy, or you're noticing that this is pretty much the only way to get started. This is some sort of a way, like you're going to have to do some really brash and rash things to get your foundation going. But the Two of Wands has you choosing, right? It's kind of like the high road do I take the high road or the low road? With the High Priestess in the upright, the Magician in the sideways. You have a choice here, a couple of different choices. You're leaning, I think, more towards making an ethical decision because the Four of Swords is out here. And I think with the Nine of Swords to the Five of Cups to the Death card, this is that down the road where you're just like, you know what? If I'm really thinking about things and I kind of look past the illusions of how easily it looks to be done around me and understand that it takes time and effort and an outpouring of myself to be able to invest in something that I'm trying to build, right? You kind of like get out of your head of delusion a little bit. You know, you would love to have this quickly. You would love to have this go well for you, but you're thinking it through. You're thinking it through, I think, because we've got the Tower card also coming out. You're like, dude, I know that will probably not go well later. Or if you're going in a less than ethical way, you're just like really putting a lot of soul searching behind it and saying, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to can that whole thing. Never mind, forget it. This is you kind of talking yourself out of it with the Nine of Swords to the Five of Cups. You're like, dude, I just can't do that. You could be losing sleep. And you're like, am I really that person? Or is this really the levels to which I have to go in order to get what it is I'm looking for? Or for some of you, this is you really needing to get away from comparison. This is you needing to get all the way away from comparison, because when we look at others, it's 444 on my clock. When we look at others, it is only meant to be inspiration. It is not meant to be a comparison and saying, well, they did this and I should have this because of how they did that. And so you could be copying, you could be mirroring them heavily and it's not working out the same way because it's already been done. Right? Authenticity. Authenticity is the purest form of energy that you can put off. Honestly, it truly is. And so getting away from what other people are doing and getting more inspired by it is where you're leaning. This is where you're leaning because it's we've got the King of Pentacles about things kind of coming back to center and kind of regrounding yourself back in a more solid plan. And you're just saying, you know what? That's not it. That's not even me. That's not my style. You may have heard an idea from somebody else and you kind of toyed with it and you battled with it pretty heavily in your head, back and forth, looking at different outcomes. You know, it could go this way. It could go this way. What if I slip through the cracks and I get my success and I get it instantly and fast like I want? Or if I go the other route, then I have to do it, in a different way and it's going to take a lot longer. For some of you, it's like either an ethical way or an unethical way. It's as clear and simple as that. Ultimately, I feel like you're making a good decision. You're in your own head about what a difficult decision this is going to be. You're complicating it. You're complicating it by including too many other options. Nobody else matters. It is only meant for inspiration to help you to create your destiny and your outcome. It's nothing that's going to be instant. I promise you. Whenever we look at people and we get that inspiration, we're just like, man, they have it so easy. Bull corn. They do not have it easy. It took work. It took effort. And the people who have it handed to them, you can tell. You can tell that's a whole nother caliber type of person. They're just out there. They're a different mentality. And that's not the type of people really that people are like, yeah, I want to be exactly like that. I want to be a jerk and an asshole. And I want to take advantage of people and I want to steal and rob and be a total asshat on television every chance I get. Nobody wants that. What they want is to be the philanthropist, the person who worked hard, to have the rags to riches story, right? To have that, this is a part of my journey. I started out from nothing. I got inspired. I worked every day, all day, never stopped, never gave up, never quit, never strayed, didn't do anything unethical. And I earned it. I earned it over time. I earned it through doing hard work, investing in myself, and really making sure to do things the right way. And by only using your surroundings as inspiration for the drive versus unethical ways about doing it, like stealing intellectual property or copying somebody's way about doing things, or stealing, verbiage, or, copyright infringement things. I've had this happen. It happens with scammers, right? Scammers. That's the biggest thing. I go out and I've worked my tail off. I studied hard. I learned everything. I spent, 2 years developing my method of doing tarot, studying the meanings of the cards, growing a good accumulation of decks, and then I went public with it, right? Some people will get out there and just slap it out and fumble through it and then become a success because it's instant, it's fast, right? And so you can tell the difference, though. Honestly, you can really tell the difference, right? The person who put the effort in and did all that hard work versus somebody who's doing it just slap-assed and easy. It's interesting to watch the slap-assed and the easy, right? It's entertaining, but it's not, I don't think it's sustainable. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to do something different, and I used inspiration, and I tried to copy, and copy doesn't work. It's easier. And it's better received the more authentic you are. So getting away from the competitive state of thinking about other people, the only person you need to ever compete with is who you are, what you are doing, and the person that you were yesterday. How much better are you going to be than that person than you were yesterday? What can you do that's going to be better than what you did yesterday? That's the only person you need to be competing with, okay, and comparing with. Comparing and competing only with self. Everything else is meant to inspire, to give idea, for creative spark. Okay. These better sources of judgments and decision making, that's where you're going to find your complete and total emotional fulfillment. That's when you're going to get everything that you truly think you want. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. 10 of Cups. That's when you get it. These wholesome decisions to take karma into your karmic destiny into your own hand. I don't like the word karma, but yeah, being very creative, being all about self and creativity, self and creativity. That's where you nurture. That's where you grow from. Nurture and grow from self and creativity. Okay. Cute. And that was that message. I just realized I didn't run out of advice. Did I run out of advice? I'm channeling. I may have forgot advice on the last reading. I think I gave you your advice. I talk a lot. That was a 40-minute reading before. So, okay, let me run out Oracle before I close your reading here for the finance portion. All right. I am getting the flow of things, so thank you for bearing with me as this is a new way that I'm doing your monthlies. All right. Career, finance. We're going to look at the money and job oracle. Oh, faithful. I have other career and finance decks in my wish list, but for now. All right. What else does Taurus need to know? Oof, that was fun. I like when they do that. Coming out doing tricks. Performance. Yes. Coming out performing. Thank you. All right. Multitasking at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we've got unexpected income. So, training, performance evaluation, resign, retire, growth, shopping, debt, new assets. Okay, Taurus. So while you're in this growth and development stages, you're going to really need to hone it in on any type of expenses, extra expenditures. Hold off on any type of new assets unless it is essential for the growth of what it is you're trying to build. You don't want to go into debt over things that are unnecessary, right? There needs to be a limited amount of debt so that you can come out of that. You're going to want to really evaluate where your expenditures are going, what your business plan is, like how it's flowing. This is about really kind of monitoring yourself, monitoring your business. You could be being looked at in order to get this raise or promotion at your position that you're at for some of you. But I do feel like possibility for more training is going to be required in order for you to excel at what it is that you're trying to get and what it is you're trying to land. And I think you're trying to just generate some unexpected income here to get you closer to your retirement goals. This is you planning like way, way, way down in the future, way in the future. We've got you here. Yeah. Work from home at the bottom, and then multitasking. So lots going on all around you. For some of you, if you are trying to grow a business and you're already doing work, that's a lot of multitasking. You could be trying to set up a home business, and this is like some sort of like extra income that you're trying to generate on the side to help you possibly get out of debt, to help you to be able to spend money how you like to spend it versus having to pinch pennies and save. Okay, interesting. All right, collective. There's a lot of potential here. It's just a matter of watching. Just watch your outcome. Watch your outgo. Watch your, what do they call it? The outflow. Watch your outflow. That it is something that you're going to look forward to down the road. We saw the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, right? There's reward at the end of all of this. When you start seeing some true growth, some true development, some real solidity into what it is that you're building, then go out and reward yourself. Go out and go ham. I've known people that do this. You know, they hit that first little like chunk of cash. They go out and they buy like their first new sports car, and, you know, they're geeking on it for like, 3 months straight. They're just like this thing, this about the car, this thing, this about the car. Check out this for my car, this my car, this my car. I'm driving. I'll pick you up. Let's go here. Let's go there. Videos, their whole social media just lights up with car. And then 3 months passes. The honeymoon phase is over. The depreciation has settled in. You got a couple, you parked it in the parking lot and somebody scratched the side. And we don't hear about that part. You ran down the road and hit a pothole and had to already replace a brand new tire. You don't hear about that part, right? So be easy on yourself as far as slipping into those like major assets. I know it's tempting and you see other people doing it, but just, you'll get there. You will get there. An asset earned is way more valuable than something that you just kind of go out and snag up for the sake of impressing or trying to impress upon a certain image. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. I know this for a fact. Lots of experience with that. And the depreciation is ridiculous on certain things. So be mindful of that. Okay, my beautiful Taurus, that is your reading for April. If you are interested in a personal reading, all that information is in the description box of this video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. That little notification bell will let you know every single time I am energetically called to give you a reading. I thank y'all for the comments, all of that interaction. I am so thankful for each and every single one of you for being here, for helping my channel grow. I am here for it. I'm very, very much looking forward to the future, my darn self. Let's grow together, shall we? All right, collective. I will see y'all soon. Until then, love, light, abundance, much positive vibes to each and every one of you. Y'all take care. Click, click.